Hi, you are watching GCafe Pro TV, and I'm your host, Dave. Welcome to the second episode where I am going to walk you through on how to install GCafe Pro on your cafe workstations or clients. After a clean installation of Windows for your PC, you'll have to configure your disk drive. Go to Windows Disk Management panel and make a new partition that's 10 gigabytes or larger. You'll be using this as a system cache for GCafe Pro's default drive settings. Assign your new partition as drive D and set the volume label as sys_cache so you'll remember that it's your system cache for GCafe Pro. After going through all this, you can now do a quick format. You can now proceed to making another partition. Assign this as drive E. This will serve as your game disk, so label it as game_disk. You can allocate your remaining disk space to this drive. You can now install GCafe Pro. Close the disk management panel and continue with the installation. You'll see that GCafe Pro will need 3 drives for it to install properly. Click Yes and continue with installation. After installing GCafe Pro, you can now name your PC and configure its IP settings. Select the Install Single Client and Configure IP Now option. You'll see in the next window the default settings for your PC. Remember the PC name GClient because you'll be using it later. Also, make sure that the Enable Restore option is checked to protect your drive C and E. After completing all this, restart your PC. After restarting your PC, you'll see that the GCafe Pro menu is blank. Chill ka lang because we'll be fixing this in a bit. Now let's go back to our server to configure it to connect to your client. Configure your group management via your GCafe Pro server. You'll need to add GClient to your default group for server-client communication. After moving GClient, click Group Clients to see the list of your clients. Here, you'll see that your server-client communication has been established. You can now update your games from the server by using the Push Game utility. Just select GClient and the game you want to update. After your server to client update, you can now then check your client and test the game. You might notice that the client's game menu is empty. Just close and run it again. You'll then see all installed and updated games from your server in the list. And that's where the installation of GCafe Pro on your cafe workstation and client ends. On our next episode, we'll be discussing how to use GCafe Pro and all its features. Stay tuned.